Welcome to Flow with Shreya. I'm Shreya, and today I'm here to talk to you about meditation. When it comes to meditation, there are some myths that are floating around that people believe, and I used to believe some of them too. So today, my goal is to bust these myths for you. So if you want to learn a little bit more about meditation, come flow with me. Raise your hand if you thought that meditation meant sitting in a room quietly, having no thoughts for 20 minutes a day, every day, for it to be successful. I've been there. Before I actually started the practice of meditation and mindfulness and learned more about it through my yoga training, I used to be one of those people that believed that. And frankly, that made me feel like I couldn't be a person who meditates. Boy, was I wrong. Myth number one is that you have to sit still. This is not entirely true. Now, it is ideal that you do find stillness because it helps us calm down. It helps us really turn inward when we find stillness, but it's not always possible for all of us all the time. Especially if you're a beginner, you might find yourself being fidgety or jittery when you try to sit still. And that's totally normal. We're all human beings here. The purpose of meditation is not to come into it being able to sit completely still. The purpose of meditation is to practice this skill and to bring our awareness and attention onto our bodies and into our bodies, to notice when we feel and to be intentional when we do have movements, to be able to be in control of our movements, and when we notice that we aren't still, to be able to bring our minds and bodies back to that stillness. Now, all this is only true for a seated, still meditation. There are actually different types of meditations which include movement, like a walking meditation, a nature meditation, shower meditation. There are so many different things that you can do mindfully that can give you those benefits of meditation. Again, the bottom line is to be intentional, be conscious, be aware and attentive to your own present moment. If you can't sit still, that doesn't mean you can't meditate. You can try all these other different meditations or options, or use this seated still meditation to develop the skill of stillness. Myth number two, you have to have your mind be blank when you meditate. Now, we kind of talked about this a little bit in the previous one, but let's dive in a little bit deeper. Now, we often feel like we have to be thoughtless when we meditate or have our minds be completely blank. If you're not able to stop your thoughts, that just means that you're human. We all have thoughts. One of the most eye-opening things I've learned was from Sadhguru. When he was asked how to shut your brain down for meditation, and what he said was, would you want to shut your heart down? Would you want to shut your eyes down or any other part of your body? Your brain's main function is to think. That's one of the things your brain does best. So why would you want to shut that down during meditation? That was something that was completely eye-opening to me because I definitely thought that I wasn't good at meditating because I couldn't stop my thoughts. And this is something that deters a lot of people from being able to meditate. So let's just get this clear. Your mind doesn't have to be blank. You don't have to stop thinking. You don't have to stop your thoughts. When you meditate, what we're truly practicing is being intentional about our thoughts, being focused on our thoughts, and knowing that we are not defined by our thoughts. When we go about our day-to-day lives, we might find ourselves getting carried away by our thoughts and emotions and getting attached to them. So the purpose in meditation is to notice our thoughts when we are sitting still and these thoughts are going through our mind, and to acknowledge them, to accept them for what they are, not try to change them, and to not be attached to them. So one of the things you might hear me say in class often when we are finding stillness and when we are being mindful is to notice your thoughts and then to let them float away or go away like a cloud. This is just practicing not letting our attention get carried away by these thoughts. That's the part of meditation that we're working on here. And again, this can be applied to a moving meditation. For example, if you're doing a walking meditation in nature, you might try to focus your attention on your breath, on the steps that you're taking on the ground, how that feels. You might be noticing or focusing your attention on the sounds that you hear. Again, you're not just living in your head here. You're experiencing the present moment, and that is one of the benefits of meditation. Myth number 3 is that you have to sit still and you have to meditate for 20 minutes a day for you to get the benefits. This is completely not true. And I can say this from personal experience because I haven't always been the type of person to meditate for 20 minutes a day. Of course, when I'm able to, if I'm doing a guided meditation or if I'm just finding stillness by myself, once in a while I can get to 20 minutes, and that's wonderful. But realistically, in our day-to-day lives, when we're busy running around, finding small moments of stillness and mindfulness can count as meditation. At the end of the day, the goal is not to sit still and thoughtless for 20 minutes. The goal is to get the benefits of being mindful, being intentional, and that's the purpose of why we meditate. One of my favorite quotes from Eckhart Tolle is that one conscious breath in and out is meditation. Let that sink in. In fact, let's do it together right now. Take one conscious breath in and let it go. It's all about being in the present moment, right here, right now. We can't live in the past, we can't live in the future. Of course, we have thoughts and feelings and plans about those too, but the only thing we have is right now. If you're not meditating for 20 minutes a day, that doesn't mean that you're not doing it right. As long as you are practicing and enhancing your skills of mindfulness in a way that works for you, you're being successful at meditating. And that brings us to myth number 4, which actually goes hand in hand with the previous one. And that is that you don't have time to meditate. Again, we've already busted the myth that you don't need 20 minutes a day to meditate. A few minutes here and there, finding mindfulness throughout your day can be very impactful. Even if you can just sit for 5 minutes a day, and let's be real, we can all carve out 5 minutes a day. That's enough. The truth is, if you feel like you don't have time to meditate, you're probably one of the people that need it the most. That means you're running away. You're running away from your inner self, your feelings, your thoughts. And you, out of all people, need to sit with that. You need to sit with those feelings and thoughts to clear your mind, to give yourself the space so that you can be more productive and have an enhanced experience of life the rest of the time. So that you can be the best version of you when you show up for your coworkers, for your children, for your parents and siblings and friends, whoever it is that you are showing up for, even if it's just yourself. You can do a better job at it if you give yourself the time to find that stillness and mindfulness. You allow yourself the time to go inward, to sit with your thoughts and feelings, and to find that mindfulness practice. So there you have it. If any of those 4 myths have been holding you back from trying to meditate or making you feel like you're not doing a good enough job, let that go. Here's your permission to meditate in a way that works for you. Whether that's just for a minute a day or 20 minutes a day, whether it's sitting in stillness or whether it's finding movement. I urge you to let go of this end goal of being a perfect meditator or doing it in a certain way. And instead, just go on the journey. Let yourself find those moments of peace. And you'll find that the more you do it and the more consistently you find those moments, it'll carry into the rest of your life. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, it would mean a lot to me if you click the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other questions or hesitations about meditation or things you've learned yourself through your own practice. It helps my channel grow and it helps me spread this information when you share my videos. Please do share with your loved ones or on social media. If you do share it on social media, be sure to tag me at Flow with Shreya. If you'd like to practice mindfulness with me in a yin yoga class, check out this playlist right here. You'll also find vinyasa yoga, relaxing yoga, and breathing techniques on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.